Europe and the UK. So, what can we achieve through goals of sustainable tourism?
At the end of the day, it's awareness and communication and dialogue. And of course, in developing this strategy or a sustainable development plan for the region, consultation is of a top priority, because if you do not consult with our private sector, the community, the public sector, they won't feel ownership of this strategy, and their feedback and input is very important in this case, to bring in their ideas, etc., and also it reflects their needs. And again, I say and emphasize, it's consultation, communication, and collaboration. I would call the 3 C's in this case in moving forward.
Once shrouded in controversy, the Momi Bay Resort, managed by the Marriott Group, is now open for business. It's been a troubling journey over the years, with the former developers pulling out due to bankruptcy, then the half-completed resort going under the hammer without success, and finally with the nation's superannuation fund taking ownership in 2014, pumping in more money to see through its completion. Now, the 250-room resort is complete and unique in every sense of the word, offering Bure's over-the-water style accommodation on the main island with spectacular views. International resort chain the Marriott, which now manages the resort, is hoping to further grow the Momi brand through its international presence.
Obviously, the reach to a massive network of travelers. If you may know, Marriott International has acquired Starwood last September, and with that acquisition we have over 5,900 hotels in 120 countries with over 1.1 million rooms. So we have this huge network of travelers, and being the first Marriott hotel in Fiji, there's such a tremendous interest of those travelers to come. And I think one of our biggest assets is our Marriott Rewards and SPTE loyalty programs, which combined make a massive number of 85 million loyal members. So think about how many want to come to Fiji. Mainly they get their hard-earned point through business travels or to conferences, and at one point of time they want to enjoy holidays. And what cannot be nicer than coming to beautiful Fiji to enjoy just such a stunning resort.
The resort features 136 contemporary deluxe rooms and 114 luxurious Bure villas, including 22 unique over-water Bure villas with direct lagoon access. These over-the-water Bure's iconic destination, exotic food experience are just some of the draw cards of this new resort, which the management is hoping to capitalize on.
We are the only resort on the mainland Fiji with the stunning over-water villas behind me, and this gives a feel of those outlying islands, bringing it to the mainland. Then another feature is our unique man-made lagoon, which especially for smaller kids and unexperienced swimmers gives a safe environment to swim in a lagoon, enjoy tropical fish and the pristine waters of Fiji. And then also all our rooms have a water view.
And food and beverage is where the focus lies. It's about offering a local experience like none other, infusing local flavors and ingredients onto the menus.
We've been working really hard with our suppliers out in Nadi and around Fiji to find some really unique and great unique produce from the islands, and using local sources around Momi Bay to provide us with some seafood and the fish products as well, which is really exciting. So the outlets will provide the freshest and the best quality produce that we can get in Fiji.
At the moment, the F&B section has 60 staff, which is expected to increase to 80 once they start catering, doing events and weddings.
We'd like to be number one, obviously, F&B offering in Fiji. We've definitely got the outlets for it with Lagoon House, our fish restaurant and grill and bar up the top there at the sandbar with probably the best view in Fiji with the sunsets. And also Goji, our 3-meal restaurant, breakfast, lunch and dinner, all offering very unique and different styles of dining. It's somewhere where the local people can come and enjoy the cuisine as well. It's not just for hotel guests. So we encourage our local market to come and join us, try us out. We're running a wonderful promotion over the next couple of weeks for the locals to try out all our venues and give us your feedback.
With Australia and New Zealand our largest source markets, the Marriott is hoping to tap into that market too and grow it further with their brand.
There is a big source market, or our largest source market is Australia and New Zealand, just due to the reach. It's easy accessible by plane, just 3.5 hours. But we also have that strong network and reaching out to customers in China, which is growing, as we all know, and has tremendous potential. Source markets in India, of course, Singapore and Hong Kong, due to the direct connectivity. And we have a large footprint, being an American company, in the US, and you have the direct flights from the West Coast, and the Marriott name is so big in America that we expect a larger share of those as well.
So what will the resort do differently to counter growing competition within the tourist market?
We always call it's the 3 resorts in one. So you have, with those beautiful overwater villas and the villas on the peninsula, you have a perfect spot for weddings, for romance, for special occasion. And we have the family rooms, which are great because they're all interconnecting and in front of the main pool and in front of the kids' pool. So you have the family segment, you have the romance and the honeymoon segment, and then we also target, of course, MICE events, conferences, and it's great that our conference center is slightly secluded, that the participants can focus on their conference, on the event, and then can enjoy the beautiful resort after their conference. And this is really a great feature, and we also want to be slightly different than the other hotels. We want to take a fresh, new approach to Fiji. We want to bring the Marriott culture to Fiji, and we call it the spirit to serve. We want to look after the people. As you know, it's the hotel of the Fijian people. We want to be open for the Fijians.
Good evening and welcome to Talk Business, and if you're tuning in from around the region or across the world on our YouTube channel, a special welcome to you too. On the show tonight we travel all the way to Australia's biggest city, which played host to the South Pacific Tourism Exchange. Tourism operators from the region and buyers from all over the world converged in Sydney for a 2-day tourism exhibition to promote Pacific tourism and help grow the Pacific brand. Join us over the next half hour as we bring you coverage from the region's biggest tourism extravaganza. Few places on earth can resemble the magnificence of the South Pacific. Our vibrant culture, sumptuous food, and way of life makes us unique while all the same intriguing. We're much more than just a palm-fringed paradise region. Just take a look at each country and you'll soon find out, while we're Pacific people at heart, we are still remarkably distinct to each other. And it's this trait that draws thousands to our region all year round. For many Pacific Island countries, tourism is the backbone of the country, supporting communities and livelihoods and helping keep businesses in motion. And helping those at the forefront of tourism in the region is the South Pacific Tourism Organization, or SPTO. SPTO's goal is to market and develop tourism in the region while enhancing the South Pacific brand. And its annual regional tourism exchange is all about advancing this goal. One of Australia's largest and sophisticated city, Sydney played host to this year's exchange, drawing interested tourism buyers and sellers under one roof.
With the South Pacific Tourism Organization, we're adding value to the individual efforts of each country, and also bringing them all under one umbrella in terms of a regional presence in the markets, particularly, and particularly for our long haul markets as well. SPTE is one umbrella where every of our member countries come under, and of course we're all here because of our passion of the Pacific, and also as well as the journey that we want in the tourism sector to increase tourism arrivals.
Throwing its support behind the Regional Tourism Exchange is the Pacific's fastest growing bank, VSP.
Our South Pacific countries are all great tourism destinations, and tourism plays a large part of the individual economies. As BSP commenced expansion into the Pacific, joining hands with SPTO to facilitate SPTE was a great way for BSP to give back to those countries in which we operate.
For the Grand Pacific Hotel, a leading tourism operator in Fiji, it's worth every dime in investment, promoting Fiji and the Grand Old Lady beyond the traditional markets.
A lot of them, they see in the South Pacific map, they want to know the connectivity, country to country. In that regard, Fiji is really quite in a unique position that you can fly from Fiji, so holiday in Fiji, and do Solomon's, Samoa, because we do have that connectivity. So I think out of all, Fiji would still play a very major role in tourism for the rest, because they all rely on Fiji, So if they can capitalize, great for our neighbors. But us in Fiji, we just have to, work smart, and we have to try and explore new territories, untapped markets that have never heard of Fiji or the region. So yeah, there's a lot of opportunities, and only time will tell.
Every country in the Pacific is diverse in its own right. While some are a magnet for tourism, others are uniquely segmented, like Vanuatu. Tourism promotion for them is a whole lot different than Fiji or Tahiti.
It's all about the destination focus, the destination unique selling points, where we stand, and then from there we then look at the product, which is the Tier 2 program. So we tend to push the destination with what we have on offer, what is quite unique to us, what stands out for us in Vanuatu compared to the other Pacific islands. So in terms of the strategy that we use, it's about the destination and then looking at availability and the type of products that we then offer.
We're a recently refurbished hotel, and attending events such as this actually pushes our product out to the people that we need to sell it. We've had some very good appointment periods in the last 2 days, and we've discovered a lot of information, and it's a great way to find out what others are doing that you could be doing as well. So it's a good exchange of information, it's a good interface with the wholesalers, and you also find out the mechanics, how the mechanics are working between the wholesalers, agents, and the product itself.
But the tourism exchange is a lot more than just promoting individual countries. Niue Tourism reckons, as a region, we can punch far above our weight when it comes to tourism. All we need to do is wholesomely promote our unique island brands through niche marketing.
We've just released our brand strategy, which has been done by our wonderful marketing company, and that brand strategy is around the slogan Niue Nowhere Like Us. The value proposition for Niue is about the conservation and preservation of our pristine environment, our culture and our people. So we're looking at very small niche markets, small numbers of people coming, but people who share our values in the islands.
Countries like American Samoa have slowly embraced tourism as a sustainable industry. Having a platform like the Regional Tourism Exchange here gives the added boost to draw tourists their way.
For us, it's sustainable environmental products
and services for us, and that's important because we are the last country to embrace tourism in the region, and we want to keep that uniqueness about it. So for us, it's our environmental sustainability.
It's also about Pacific identity and putting the region on the tourism map. Promoting the Pacific as a one-stop tourism destination brings out the best selling points of each unique island country.
This is only once a year event, and it's good to network and to keep in contact and to be in their face, so to speak, it's very important for the whole region.
To really quantify what tourism means to the Pacific, you just have to look at the numbers. Last year, the tourism arrivals in the Pacific stood at a whopping 2 million visitors. 42% of these tourist arrivals were to Fiji alone, and the rest was spread across to other Pacific Island countries. If that's anything to go by, then we know for sure that the region has the potential to become a mega tourism hub, which is why the role of the SPTO becomes all the more crucial.
There's obviously your base business in which you've always got to continue that relationship, and SPTE through SPTO, they do a great job with that. But for us, we see that the linkage, or what is more important, is the SPTO and SPTE linkage beyond the short haul market. So it's the opportunity to create and develop new business. And for the Cook Islands, because it is a popular destination, that plays more of a priority for us. Like other destinations, Australia has rep offices or their own offices, so we know that they can look after their products and their partners domestically. But we take this as an opportunity to marry up with our reps to see the broader market. So we're really happy and really saw some great people this time around. In fact, I'd have to say that the quality this year has been great, and it's been far more reaching. So we've got a lot more international long-haul inquiries and long-haul business. Can't complain.
For tourism operators, having various interested travel agents under one roof here at the regional exchange has meant tourism transactions.
SPTE is doing very well, and SPTE is putting up a venue where we can come and meet our buyers, and we can sell our products. So we are based in respective countries around the Pacific, but we sell using our websites, internet marketing, and so forth. But this is one way, one platform where SPTO has brought up. So we come together and share ideas, socialize, and that's the way forward to bring tourism in the Pacific.